Good morning, camera. Today is Thursday, December 25th, 2014, Christmas Day, and the continuation of our reading of the Success Journey and my practice in reading out aloud. I hope that there will be some kind of benefit that comes from the reading of these chapters. Now, excuse me, we are reading today chapter 9 of the Success Journey. Okay, beginning. Who else should I take with me? When our daughter Elizabeth was in her senior year of high school, Margaret and I decided to take her and the rest of the family on a trip to Hawaii as a graduation present. We told her about our plan several months in advance because Elizabeth isn't crazy about surprises. She likes to have time to process decision and prepare herself mentally for change. We also told her that she could invite one of her girlfriends to go along with her on the trip. For 3 months, Elizabeth agonized over who should she take with her. You see, Elizabeth was very popular in high school. She was a cheerleader and the homecoming queen. She had many friends to choose from. But the really hard part was that she didn't want to hurt their feelings or any of her friends. And she knew that no matter how she handled it or who she picked, a couple of her closest friends might feel hurt and left out. A couple of times, Margaret and I got important and I got impatient and wanted to make the decision for her. That just reflects our personalities, but we resisted the temptation. We understood that no one can pick someone else's traveling companion, and Elizabeth finally made her choice, picking the girl she thought would be most compatible with her. The result, both had a wonderful time. Maybe you haven't thought about it, but if you're going to have to make similar decisions as you take the Success Journey, one of the questions you will need to ask yourself is, who should I take along with me? Certainly, if you have a family, you will take them with you. But who else should go along? You might be saying to yourself, why would I want to take anybody else? If I can make the journey myself, and even take my family with me, I don't need anyone else to, do I? Although you may be able to take the journey without others, I can tell you that you'll never be able to reach your maximum potential and go to the highest level if you take the journey alone. Living at the highest level. Over time, I've learned this meaningful lesson. The people closest to me determine my level of success or failure. The better they are, the better I am. And if I want to go to the highest level, I can do it only with the help of other people. We have to take each other higher. I discovered this truth about 10 years ago as I approached my 40th birthday. At that time, I had already felt very successful. I was the leader of the largest church in my denomination. I had published 5 books. I was recognized as an authority on leadership, and I was teaching the subject in conferences and via tape lessons every month. I was fulfilling the purpose for which I was created, daily growing to my potential and sowing seeds that benefit others. But my desire was to make an even greater impact on others. I wanted to go to a world new level. My problem was that I had hit a wall. I was running a large organization that required much of my time. I had a family. I was writing books, leadership lessons, and sermons continually. And on top of that, my travel schedule was packed. I couldn't squeeze another thing into my schedule with a shoehorn and a bucket of Axle grease. That's when I made the amazing discovery. The only places where my influence and productivity were growing were where I had identified potential leaders and developed them. My intention in developing leaders had been to help them improve themselves, but I found I was benefiting too. Spending time with them had been like investing money. They had grown, and at the time I had repeated incredible dividends. I had reaped incredible dividends. That's when I realized that if I was to make it to the next level, I was going to have to extend myself through others. I could find leaders and pour my life into them, doing my best to bring them up to a new level. And as they improved, so would I. People around you determine your success. That process has changed my life. I've gone further in the success journey and to a higher level than I ever dreamed about. And the people around me deserve a huge amount of credit for my success. Margaret Maxwell. It all began with her. Marrying Margaret is the smartest thing I ever did. However, whatever success I have achieved personally and professionally, I owe to her. Dick Patterson. He is my partner and friend. We started Enjoy together in his garage in 1985, and we have been on an incredible journey ever since. Now, as the president of Enjoy, he oversees every aspect of the business with wisdom and savvy. Dave Sutherland, former IBM marketing executive, he has been with me only for a couple of years, but already he is making an incredible impact. Dave is the president of Enjoy Stewardship Services, the fastest growing company in the Enjoy group, and he is one of the strongest and most tenacious leaders I have ever seen. Don Reeland. He has been with me for 15 years, just as my executive pastor, first as my executive pastor, and now as a vice president of Enjoy. Dan has carried a tremendous load for me, and he is one of the best developers of people that I've ever met. Stan Toller. I've known him for more than 30 years. Stan was the first staff member I ever hired, and I'm grateful to have him back with me as the Vice President of Enjoy. He is one of the greatest person I've ever known. Linda Eggers, my incredible personal assistant. She has worked for me for a total of 8 years. No one does more for me than Linda. She keeps straight a life that by all rights should be total chaos. And other energetic people who help me at Enjoy include Connie Wood, manager of the customer service department, Steve Throckmorton, manager of information systems and software development, Dennis Warden, marketing director, Dave Johnson, director of finance, Kevin Small, seminar manager, and Charlie Wetzel, my writer. I am able to do more things, teach more seminars, write more books, and touch many more lives thanks to them. There is almost no limit to what I can accomplish because of the people I have around me. Finding the right people for the journey. Having exceptional people on the journey with you doesn't happen by accident. It's true that the greater you dream, the greater the people who will be attracted to you. But that alone isn't enough. You need to know what to look for in order to find the best possible people. And you need to start by making sure they're compatible with you, just as Elizabeth did with her friend before going to Hawaii. Even before you begin looking at the qualities that make a person right for going on the journey with you, you need to ask yourself a few questions about him. The first one is, does this person want to go? That was a hard question for me to learn because early on I wanted to take everybody with me. I'm a fun-loving, sanguine kind of guy. I want to be successful. I just assumed that everybody wanted what I did. To be successful, to strive to reach his potential. But that's not true. Many people have no desire to grow whatsoever. Their goal is to find a comfortable place so that they can go on cruise for the rest of their lives. And the person may not want to go on the journey with you for other reasons. For example, we may want to grow as much as you do, but his interests don't coincide with yours. As a result, there is no compatibility. Margaret really helped me learn this lesson, and now I try to recruit only people who are interested in going with me. The second question you need to ask is this person able to go? There has to be a match between the journey you want to take and the person's gifts and talents. For example, let's say your dream is to be a professional country singer and you want to make a good living so that you can help inner city kids. The people you'll want to join you on the journey will probably have musical talents, business skills, or expertise ministering to inner city kids. Anyone having no talents in this area is much less likely to be compatible with you and your dream. The third question you should ask is, can this person make the trip without me? You can look at some people and know that they have everything it takes to make the success journey on their own. They're not going to need your help. In fact, they are likely to be in a position to take others on the journey with them, just as you are going to do. In that case, make friends with them and try to keep in touch. Though you may not take the journey together, you may be able to help one another down the road as colleagues. Once you have settled these issues, you are ready to look for people whom you will be able to help reach their potential and who will also help you reach yours. And that means finding potential leaders. Everyone rises and falls on leadership. Over the years, I've narrowed down what I look for in a potential leader to only 10 things, and I want to share them with you. Here they are in order of importance. The people I want to take with me on the success journey. 1. They make things happen. Millionaire philanthropist Andrew Carnegie said, "As I grow older, I pay less attention to what men say. I just watch what they do." I found that to be sound advice. And as I've watched what people do, I've discovered that the ones I want with me are people who make things happen. These people discover resources in places you thought were barren. They find prospects where you believe there wasn't any. They create opportunities where you thought none existed. They take something average and make it exceptional. They never make excuses. They always find a way to make things happen. About 20 years ago, I saw a piece in a magazine and cut it out because it's a great example of how someone with a lot of potential really knows how to make things happen. It is called sell, not spell. It said that a recently hired salesman wrote his first sales report to the Home Office after working in his territory the first week. It shocked the sales manager because he suddenly realized that he had hired someone who was illiterate. Here's what the report said. I went and see in his office, which ain't never but nothing from us before, and I sold him a good order. Now I'm moving back to New York. The manager was in a panic, but before he could get hold of the salesman to fire him, he received a second report. It said, I done been here for 2 days and sold them $500,000. Then the manager was really confused. He couldn't keep an illiterate salesman, but he couldn't fire a salesman who had outsold everyone else on the sales force. So he did what every good middle manager does. He dumped the problem in the lap of the company's president. The next morning, everyone in the sales department was amazed to see the salesman's 2-letter on the bulletin board along with the following memo from the president. We've been spending way too much time trying to spell instead of sell. Let's all try to get our sales up. Read these 2 letters from our best salesman. He's doing a great job, and all you should go out and do like he done. Even under the worst of circumstances or with major disabilities, people with potential make things happen, Dr. John W. Crane observed. There is no future in any job. The future lies in the person who owns the title. If you want to go far in the success journey, partner with others who know how to make things happen. See and seize opportunities. Many people are able to recognize an opportunity after it has already passed them. But seeing opportunities coming, that's a different matter. Opportunities are seldom labeled. That's why you have to learn what they look like and how to seize them. The best people to take with you on the journey don't sit back and wait for opportunities to come to them. They make it their responsibility to go out and find them. It's similar to the 2 ways you can go about picking someone up but don't know from the airport. One way is to make a sign with the name of the person you're expecting. Stand near the baggage claim area, hold up the sign and wait for the person to find you. If he sees you, great. If he doesn't, you keep waiting. The other way is to find out what the person looks like, position yourself strategically near the right gate, and search for him until you find him. There is a world of difference between the 2 approaches. Ellen Metcalf said, I would like to amend the idea of being in the right place at the right time. There are many people who were in the right place but didn't know it. You have to recognize when the right place and the right time fuse and take advantage of that opportunity. There are plenty of opportunities out there. You can sit and wait. Good potential leaders know that they don't rely on luck either. According to Walter P. Chrysler, founder of the automobile corporation that bears his name, the reason so many people never get anywhere in life is because when opportunity knocks, they were in the backyard looking for 4-leaf clovers. Ask yourself, of the people around you who always seem able to recognize opportunities and grab hold of them, the people with these qualities are the ones you're probably going to want to take with you on the success journey. 3. Influence others. I mentioned before that everything rises and falls on leadership. That's true because a person's ability to make things happen in and through others depending entirely on her ability to lead them. Without leadership, there is no teamwork, and people go their own way. If your dream is big and will require the teamwork of a group of people, then any potential leaders you select to go with you on the journey will need to be people of influence. After all, that's what leadership is, influence. And when you think about it, leaders have two things in common. They are going somewhere and they're able to persuade others to go with them. As you look at the people around you, consider the following. Who influences them? You can tell a lot about who they will influence and how they will go about doing it by knowing who their heroes and mentors are. Who do they influence? You'll be able to judge their current level of leadership effectiveness by who they influence. Is their influence increasing or decreasing? You can tell whether a person is a past leader or a potential leader by examining which direction the level of influence is going. To be a good judge of potential leaders, don't just see the person. See all the people that person influences. The greater the influence, the greater the leadership potential and the ability to get others to work with you to accomplish your dream. Number 4, add value. Every person around you has an effect on you and your ability to fulfill your vision. You have probably noticed this before. Some people seem to hinder you, always taking more from you than they give in return. Others add value to you, improving everything you do. When they come alongside you, synergy develops that takes both of you to a new level. Lots of wonderful people have added value to me through the years, starting with the people I listed at the beginning of this chapter. Many of them have made it their main goal in life to help me. They complement my weaknesses and encourage my strengths. Their presence with me on the journey actually expands my vision. All alone, maybe I could have achieved some success, but they have truly made me much better than I could have been without them. And in response, I've always given them my best, trusted them implicitly, given them opportunities to make a difference and add value to their lives. There are probably people in your life with whom you experience synergy. You inspire and take each other to higher levels. Can you think of anybody better to take on the success journey? Not only would they help you get far, but they would make the journey more fun. 5. As you look for potential leaders to take with you on the success journey, you need to realize that there are really two kinds of leaders. Those who attract followers and those who attract other leaders. People who attract and team up only with followers will never be able to do anything beyond what they can personally touch or supervise. For each person they interact with, they influence only one person, a follower. But people who attract leaders influence many other people through their interaction. Their team can be incredible, especially if the leaders they recruit also recruit other leaders. Beside the obvious factor of influence, there are other significant differences between people who attract followers and people who attract leaders. Here are a few. Leaders who attract followers need to be needed and want recognition. Leaders who attract leaders want to be succeeded and want to reproduce themselves. Leaders who attract followers focus on others' weaknesses, while leaders who want to attract leaders focuses on others' strength. Leaders who attract followers want to hold on to power, spend their time with others. Leaders who want to attract leaders want to share power, invest their time in others. Leaders who attract followers are good leaders, while leaders who attract leaders are great leaders. Leaders who attract followers experience some success. Leaders who attract leaders experience incredible success. As you look for people to join you on the journey, look for leaders who attract other leaders. They will be able to multiply your success. But also know this, in the long run, you can only lead people whose leadership ability is less than or equal to your own. Keep attracting better and better leaders. You will have to keep developing your leadership ability. In that way, you and your team will continue growing not only in potential, but also in effectiveness. Number 6, equip others. It's one thing to attract other people to you and have them join you on the success journey. It's another to equip them for the trip. The best people always give others more than an invitation. They provide the means to get them there. I'll cover this subject in more depth in the next chapter. Think about this as you search for a potential leader. A person with charisma alone can draw others to her, yet she may not be able to get them to go on the success journey. However, a leader who is an equipper can empower an army of successful people, capable of going anywhere and accomplishing almost anything. As Army Firestone said, it is only as we develop others that we permanently succeed. 7. Provide inspiring ideas. 19th century author playwright Victor Hugo observed, "There's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come." Ideas are the greatest resources a successful person could ever have. And when you surround yourself with creative people, you are never at a loss for inspiring ideas. If you and the people around you continually generate good ideas, all of you have a better opportunity to reach your potential. According to Hart Cornwell, author of Freeing the Corporate Minds, How to Spur Innovation in Business, creative thinking is what generates ideas. And the better you understand how to generate ideas, the better off you will be, he suggests. The only true bad ideas are those that die without giving rise to other ideas. If you want good ideas, you need a lot of ideas. It doesn't matter, it ain't broke, it personally can still use some fixing. Great ideas are nothing more than the restructuring of what you already know. When all your ideas are added together, the sum should represent your breakthrough. You are capable of generating good ideas, probably better than you think. But you can never have too many ideas. That would be like saying you have too big a budget or too small resources when you're working on a project. That's why you would do well to get people around you who will continue to inspire you with their ideas. And when you find someone with whom you have natural chemistry, the kind that inspires each of you to greatness, you'll find that you always have more ideas than time to carry out. 8. Possesses uncommonly positive attitudes. You already know how important a good attitude is to your success. It determines how far you will be able to go on the success journey. But don't underestimate the importance of a positive attitude in the people around you either. When you travel with others, you can go only as fast as the slowest person and as fast as the weakest one can travel. Having people around you with negative attitudes is like running a race with a bull and chain on your ankle. You may be able to run for a while, but you're going to get tired fast. And you certainly won't be able to run as fast as you'd like. Number 9, live up to their commitments. It's been said, the commitment is another name for success, and that really is true. Newsman Walter Cronkite declared, "I can't imagine a person becoming a success who doesn't give his game of life everything he's got." Commitment takes a person to a whole new level when it comes to success. Look at the advantages of the commitment as described by motivational speaker Joe Griffith. You cannot keep a committed person from success. Place stumbling blocks in his way and he takes them for stepping stones, and on them he will climb to greatness. Take away his money and he makes spurs of his poverty to surge him on. The person who succeeds as a program, he fixes courses and adheres to it. He lays his plans and executes them. He goes straight to his goal. He is not pushed this side and that every time a difficulty is thrust in his way. If he can't go over it, he goes through it. When the people on your team share your level of commitment, success is inevitable. Commitment helps you overcome obstacles and continue moving forward on the success journey, no matter how tough the going gets. It is the key to success in every aspect of life. Marriage, business, personal development, hobbies, sports, you name it. Commitment can carry you a very long way. 10. Have loyalty. The last quality you should look for in people to join you on your journey is loyalty. Although this alone does not ensure success in another person, a lack of loyalty is sure to ruin your relationship with him or her. Think of it this way. When you're looking for potential leaders, if someone you're considering lacks loyalty, he is disqualified. Don't even consider taking him on the journey with you, because in the end, he'll hurt you more than help you. So, what does it mean for others to be loyal to you? A. They love you unconditionally. They accept you with your strengths and weaknesses intact. They genuinely care for you, not just for what you can do for them, and they are neither trying to make you into someone you are not, nor putting you on a pedestal. B. They represent you well to others. Loyal people always paint a positive picture of you with others. They may take you to task privately or hold you accountable, but they never criticize you to others. They are able to laugh and cry with you as you travel together. Loyal people are willing and able to share your joys and sorrows. They make the trip less lonely. They make your dream come true. Some people will undoubtedly share the journey with you only briefly. You will help one another for a while and then go your separate ways. But a few, a special few, will want to come alongside you and help you for the rest of the journey. These people make your dream their dream. They will be loyal unto death, and when they combine the loyalty with other talents and abilities, they can be some of the most valuable assets if you find them. Like that, take good care of them. The funny thing about loyalty is that the further you go on the success journey, the more of an issue it becomes. About 15 years ago, my friend Tom Philippi told me that there would come a time when loyalty in others would become an issue for me. He said, "John, as you become more successful, you will continually ask yourself, whom can I trust?" At the time, I thought he was a terrible cynic, and I told him so. My tendency has always been to trust people and expect the best of them. I still desire to do that, but Tom's advice has been partly true. I've come to realize that loyalty is a quality to be sought out and valued in the people around you. As you take the success journey, you will probably do the same. I have been very fortunate as I've traveled on the success journey. Not only have I had wonderful people come alongside me and take the journey with me, but I've also had others take me along with when I couldn't make it on my own. A person who has done that is my brother Larry, one of my favorite people in the world. Larry is 2.5 years older than I am, and as a kid growing up, I always wanted to tag along with him everywhere he went. I especially love playing football, baseball, and basketball with him and his friends. Larry was always a team captain because he was a good athlete and leader. And if you really meant something to me when he picked me to be on his team instead of letting me be the leftover kid taken as the last pick, even though I was younger and smaller than anyone else in the group. Larry did the kind of thing for me the whole time I was growing up. But he also included me as we got older, and it meant even more to me. When Margaret and I were first starting out together, we didn't have much financially. My first full-time position after we got married paid only $80 a month. To help me make ends meet, Margaret taught school, and she was also cleaned houses and worked in a jewelry store on weekends. We didn't have much, but we were able, just barely, to pay our bills and keep our Volkswagen Beetle running. We lived like that for the first 3 years we were married. And as much as I would have liked to take Margaret on vacation every year, it was out of the question. We were skimping on everything just to make it. Putting away extra money to travel was impossible. But despite that, we were able to make a vacation every one of those 3 years, thanks to Larry. I still remember when he called us, it was in 1970. "John, what are you and Margaret going to do this year for vacation?" he asked. "Well," I answered, "we're just going to stay around here. We have got some things we need to do around the house, and maybe we'll drive to Circleville to see Mom and Dad." "That's what I thought," said Larry. "Anita and I have made reservations to fly to Acapulco for a week, for 4. We want you and Margaret to come along with us." Larry was doing financially well. He had always had a natural knack for business, and by the time he graduated college, he had already well on his way to financial independence as the result of some skillful real estate purchases. "We won't take no for an answer," he said. Margaret and I didn't have any trouble accepting their offer. We loved both of them dearly, and we were grateful that they wanted to share their vacation time with us. And our trip to Acapulco was incredible beyond anything we could have imagined. We were in a beautiful first-class hotel with the view of the ocean. The hotel must have had 5 pools. The landscape was lush. The food was fabulous. It all seemed very exotic to us. Margaret and I still think back on that as one of our best vacations. Fortunately, I no longer had to depend on Larry's generosity, but he and I continue to do things together. We have made it our goal to go together for sporting events such as the Super Bowl, Wimbledon, the World Series, and the best bowl games in college football. We have also committed to playing the top 10 golf courses in the world together, and so far we have made it about half of them. Larry and I are brothers, but we don't do things together for that reason. We are taking the success journey together because we want to, and we have decided that it's important to us, and that's what you need to do. You need to decide who you're going to take with you on the success journey. If you commit yourself to include others, you won't believe the difference it will make in your life and theirs. That is the end of chapter 9 of the success journey. Steps to take along the way. Who else should I take with me? Summary. Use the following list of qualities to identify the people you want to recruit to take the success journey with you. Write the names of several people you know who exemplify each characteristics. 1. They make things happen. 2. See and seize opportunities. 3. Influence others. 4. Add value. 5. Attract other leaders. 6. Equip others. 7. Provide inspiring ideas. 8. Possesses uncommonly positive attitudes. 9. Live up to their commitments. And 10. Have loyalty. Now look at your answers and see which names have been repeated most often. Pick the top one of 3 people. These are the best candidates to take the success journey with. Write their names below along with the names of the members of your immediate family. And then you list the people's name. Okay, so that is the end of chapter 9 and its summary. The next chapter that we will be looking at will be chapter 10, and I may tackle chapter 10 today or tomorrow. But in summation, I am asking that whomever gets a chance to view this video, listen to my reading. These videos that I'm making, I am making them because I want to have open critique. I want to get an improvement in my reading ability and as well in my presentation. So please, do not be afraid to give me hard-hitting, constructive criticism or feedback, because that is what I need, and I'm at a stage in my life where I think I need to become more accountable by the kind of people who can give me feedback as to how well I'm doing or not doing, or show me or state area or areas that they think that I need improvement in. Today again is Thursday, December 25th, Christmas Day of 2014. This is Eddie Edwards, and I will see you on the camera next time.